Surprise, surprise, I'm here midweek just to touch base with you. I felt I needed to do a follow-up for our last guidance live stream because we left off, and I hope you all saw it because it was so powerful. Really, really good guidance. So glad I rewatched it because it really sunk in afterward. We left off with the card that what we get was see past the illusions. We were going to see past the illusions. This is the card about fear. And I felt guided to come on real quick and talk about fear a little bit. Talk about seeing past the fear, working through the fear. Hi, Tracy. Good morning in Australia. Yesterday, I went through quite a fearful, it wasn't a fearful experience. I sunk into fear. Fear is a frequency. You've heard me talk before about floors of experience. So fear is a floor, and I always use the analogy of the fear floor being like the parking garage, the underground parking garage of the building where it's dark and stinky and cold. There's no sunlight. It's concrete everywhere. You look up and the ceiling is concrete and you think this is as good as it's going to get. There's no improvement above me. That's what fear feels like. And what I wanted to share with you is that fear has a built-in mechanism to be self-perpetuating. And it's so important to be aware when you're experiencing fear. Hi, Patrice. To recognize, and that's what this card talks about. It talks about recognizing your fear. It says learning to recognize fear is the first step toward overcoming it. So yesterday when I was feeling all those fears, I brought in my awareness. I brought in my presence of mind. Hi, Rebecca. And something came to me and I wanted to share it with you guys. I always want to share things with you when things work for me. Well, the end of this card our last card says, don't buy the story that your fear is trying to sell you. So what I said to the fear is I said, what is it that you're trying to get me to believe? What is it that you're trying to convince me of? What am I subscribing to right now? And that really, really helped because fear is actually your friend. Fear is a messenger. It's here to tell us that we have a belief that is out of alignment with our truth and with our preferred reality. And when we can work through the fear, work in concert with the fear, we can realign. We can come back into our core frequency. If we ignore the fear, it does build and it keeps coming back because it's always trying to deliver that message to you that you have something that's out of alignment that you need to work through. And I was on the phone with a friend yesterday and I was talking to her about this and I got this clairvoyant image in my mind that when you work through the fear and you get to the root of the fear, it's as if you're deactivating a bomb. That is how I was shown. So we want to learn how to deactivate our fear. We want to learn what we need to learn from the fear. What is the root of it? What is it trying to get us to believe? And then it serves us because it can help us to, again, realign with our truth and our preferred reality. And one of the things that I do offer is the emotional closet cleaning, which offers a tool and a technique that can get you through the fear in a healthy way, not bypassing it, but going in and working through it. And that's one of the biggest tools that I use. I mean, I've been using it daily this week. It is just, I don't know what I would do without it, honestly. And of course, I was using my flower essences too. But as I mentioned once before, the last private live stream that we did was about being okay with uncertainty. And there's a lot going on now as we shift energetically into multidimensional living, which is very unpredictable. It's very much, I don't know if you guys saw my live stream way back in, oh gosh, I don't remember when it was, December of 2017. And I talked about the spaghetti bowl and how each of us is on a noodle and we can hop from noodle to noodle to noodle in the spaghetti bowl. And so things are changing constantly. Every noodle is a different timeline. I don't know if you guys remember those books, Choose Your Own Adventure. But there's so much unpredictability right now. And there's also so much coming to the surface, especially in this 3-year where there's a lot of truth telling, truth speaking. Secrets will be revealed more and more and more. Things are emerging. Things that are of a lower frequency have to be brought to the surface and cleared. So there's quite a bit going on collectively that needs to be released, and we're bringing it all up. We're looking at it. And that can be, that can create fear too. You know, it's there to serve us. It's there to show us what we don't prefer so that we can more clearly know what we do prefer. It all serves. It really does. We just don't want to engage and let the momentum of the fear take us down the path of creating and crystallizing a reality. And when you're on that fear floor, you have access to fear-based timelines. So you can see probabilities of fearful things that could happen. And we don't want to stay on that fear floor. It's fine to go get your car in the parking garage, go down and get your car and then go, or go down, and then get back on the elevator and go back up. So we don't want to attach, to the fear. We don't want to crystallize realities that are fear-based. And we want to remember that it's just a frequency, and that we can raise our frequency and rise above the fear, rise out of the fear. And the penthouse always exists. And yesterday was so much time in the parking garage for me. And then when I got back in the penthouse, I was like, wow, the penthouse is always here. And that's really what the blissful knowing is about, is knowing that the penthouse exists, knowing that you can feel good. Circumstances don't matter. It's all state of being, state of mind. And you can work your way out of those heavy thoughts and beliefs and fears. But using fear as a tool, as a messenger, as a friend, deactivating and saying, what is it you're trying to get me to believe? Just cracking the code of your fear, because it is self-perpetuating, and it's designed to get you to believe that there's no improvement. It's designed to get you to believe that positive beliefs are bad. Fear is set up just in a way like it's just wants to build on itself. So we want to identify it before that spinning motion or that vortex sucks us in the wrong way, down the drain. So that's what I came on to say, because we were left with see past the illusions. I just wanted to let you guys know, maybe try that technique and say, what is it you're trying to get me to believe in? Really pinpoint the belief that's creating the suffering for yourself. Really, really do that. Deactivate. Go in with the intention, I'm going to deactivate, and you will find relief if you can get to the root of it. If you can't, I'm here to help you. That's my specialty. I work with root beliefs all the time, identifying the beliefs that are creating the resistance for you. That's what I do. I go in with my little flashlight and my team of guides, and we pinpoint it. And it's very healing work, and I'm so grateful and blessed to be able to do that in a private session and in the emotional closet cleaning. Anyway, I was also guided, let's pull one card from the Zen Blossoms for our focus for midweek. Let's do something fresh and exciting and uplifting. The Zen Blossoms always give positive energy, and I don't want to dwell too much on fear, but I just wanted to kind of share all that with you, because going through it myself this week, I needed to remember that no feeling is final, and that it's just a floor of experience that I can get off of at any time. It's just a frequency that I can rise above by raising my frequency, raising my vibration. So keep that in mind, and definitely don't get too attached. Again, I'm hearing to everything that you're seeing that's coming up, that's kind of spilling out, kind of puking up. We've talked about that, how we're all purging a lot of our stuff. I do think we had an eclipse on Friday or Saturday, on the 5th or 6th, I want to say. And I think that's why there was a big purging for me. And I know another friend of mine had to go through that too. The eclipse, if that's what that was, I think it was, but I'm not an astrology expert. I'm only numerology girl. The eclipse, I remember the eclipses, they just really bring very deeply buried fears to the surface. And I just felt like I had to go through quite a bit yesterday. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what the catalyst was. Is anybody here? Hi, Rebecca. So quiet, guys. All right, so we're just pulling one card from the Zen Blossoms for our midweek focus. If you haven't seen last week's live stream from last Friday, it was really, really good. So I'm going to link it in the comments for you guys to check out if you haven't watched it. It was very good information. Alexandra, I'm not fearful at all, but what if the environment I live in is getting more and more dangerous? I can't read the whole thing. Hold on. Like more assault and robbery, we can't feel safe walking around. Well, that's the thing. You just said we can't feel safe. So that's your belief, Alexandra, that you might want to look at and maybe work on shifting that. It is just a belief, and your belief is the skeleton of your reality. It does create your experience. So you don't want to feel vulnerable, and you don't want to feel like you have to protect yourself against something, because then you're actually creating something to protect yourself against. So I know it's hard because of the circumstances, but we don't want the circumstances to dictate our beliefs. We want our beliefs to be strong enough to project outward and create new circumstances. Hi, Amy. Gosh, you know this deck takes forever to shuffle. Hi, Christy. All right, we're pulling one card for focus. We were talking about fear because we had left off our reading last Friday with See Past the Illusions. So I was digging into the idea of seeing past the illusions a little bit, working through our fear and using fear to help us. Let it be our friend and our messenger for us. Hi, Kelly. All right, you know, this deck, come on, do what you gotta do, deck. Meanwhile, I'll say hi to you guys. So Alexandra, that's, I know it's harder, it seems harder when you look around and all of that, but you can say, I am divinely safe and protected. I am safe. I am divinely protected. I am always divinely protected. Oh, there's our card. Yay, we got it. All right, so our focus midweek. Let's see what we've got. I'm excited because I do adore the Zen Blossoms. They are always pretty percolicious. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I don't know that we could get perkier than this card. Magic. Oh, magic. This is a fuchsia flower, and to me it looked like a little fairy with her wings and her little legs dangling. Magic. This comes back to we are the creators of our reality. We have the power to shift our reality from the inside out. We've got to remember we are empowered. We are so empowered, and we've been programmed to believe that we don't have power. We've been programmed to believe that we are victims of our circumstance and that we have no ability to shift our externals, and we do. This is awesome. I love that we are left with this card for the rest of the week. Magic is our focus. Let's tap in. As I mentioned in our last live stream, this is the 3-year, which is the year of the creator, being a deliberate creator, creating the dream that you tapped into, hopefully last year when we were in our year of the visionary. We're here to create the dream. We have the magic, we have the power, we have the ability. How do we create magic? With our intentions, with our focus, with our beliefs. And that's why it's so critical to go back to that fear and figure out what those beliefs are that are out of alignment, those beliefs that are tripping us up. They're the thorn in our side. They're like a barrier to our path. Clear those out. Clear out those false beliefs that are blocking the magic from happening, because you're so powerful. You're so powerful that you can also create a negative experience with your negative beliefs. It goes either way. So why not create positive? Why not create what you want? Why not focus on what you want? Ask yourself, when you're feeling fearful, what is it that you're trying to get me to believe? And once you can pinpoint that, then you can ask yourself, what do I prefer to believe? What would I prefer to believe is true? Because that's going to be the opposite, because that's going to be in the direction of your soul. That's going to be in the direction of your preference, of your desire, of your dream. And that's how you use the magic. Anyway, guys, so great to connect with you midweek. Yay! Christy's saying timing of live stream. Oh, awesome. Yay! Well, you know, I just go, I don't know. It's synchronicity. I got the inspiration from the ones that do know, the higher ups. They tell me when to come on and they tell me what to say. So I just follow instructions. Anyway, if you're feeling some resistance, if you're feeling not so magical, if you're feeling some fears, or if you just need a little tune-up, you know I'm here for you. theblissfulknowing.com. Let's do a private session together. I wish that I could just capture the last few minutes of a session with you guys and share it, because it's so high I mean, and it can be, the whole session can be that way. But when we hang up, we feel so good because we've tapped into the higher frequencies. Collectively, we have an intention together on the phone to tap into the higher frequencies, and we feel buzzed. We feel like our true core selves. We're tapping into that high frequency of wisdom and knowledge and insight and upliftment, and it feels amazing. So if you need a little reboot, if you need some clarity, if you're confused about where you are in your path and you want to look at your numerology and figure out what year you're in, let's look at the focus of your year. Figure out your theme right now, maybe even look at your gifts and talents in your chart and what we can hone in on and how we can use that to serve the world. I'd love to help you and be a part of that. theblissfulknowing.com. Also, I still have the 2019 year charts available. The personal year forecast is a great time to buy because you get all 12 months. So that will give you your theme of the year and the theme of each of your personal months. That's also available on theblissfulknowing.com. I will link everything in the comments for you guys. So great to see you. Happy New Year again. And I'm also going to link last Friday's live stream because that was the one that left us off with See Past the Illusions. It was such a great guidance session. And I really hope you guys have time to watch it because it was awesome. I'm going to link it below. And great to see you. Talk to you soon. Bye.